What's up, guys? Paul again. TRT, bruh. Today is Thursday, March 26th. Went in for my appointment with my doc today. Got the blood test results back from last week. So these were the blood tests done after 4 weeks of testosterone replacement therapy, and then of course we do those on the 7th day before I get the next injection. So these numbers were, as far as the hormone levels go, what they call the trough. So this is the lowest the numbers will go before another injection. So some things I'm not super surprised about, and a couple things that I am. We'll go ahead and start with the hormone levels. So on my trough day, my total testosterone was 438. So that's still towards the low end of normal. My free testosterone was 10.1. So again, towards the low end of the normal range. Doc was actually kind of surprised, especially considering that I am also doing HCG, which basically, like I've discussed in previous videos, helps maintain your testicular function. So technically my testes should still be producing some level of testosterone, and then that coupled with the exogenous source from the testosterone cypionate injections should have my levels a little bit higher. Now again, there's no way to tell precisely where they are in the days preceding, but obviously they would be, somewhat higher. But in any event, it's not exactly where the doctor wants them. So we are going to increase my dosage just slightly. So instead of the 100 milligrams of testosterone cypionate per week, just upping it. Instead of the 120 milligrams of Test C per week, we are upping the dosage to 140. And so hopefully that will help bring those numbers up to where they're supposed to be. This is one of the things I wasn't super surprised about. Like I said, I had some benefits noticeable pretty much right away. Was sleeping better. Thought that I was feeling and looking a little bit leaner, even though I've been bulking for a couple of weeks longer than I've been on testosterone therapy. But as far as any increase in strength or any real increase in energy, aside from a couple of days here and there, there's nothing noticeable. Still been feeling a little fatigued on certain days. So again, not a huge surprise that my numbers were not exactly where the doctor or I would want them to be, considering that the symptoms haven't really gotten too much better. So this is to be expected. A good doctor, I assume, will always want to start you on a more conservative treatment protocol to start with, and then adjust upward as needed. My estradiol, the estrogen level, was actually significantly higher than it had been. It's up to a 29, and of course, typically on this scale, 29 picograms per milliliter, they want you between 20 and 25. That's kind of the target range. So considering that my testosterone hasn't gone up significantly, but my estrogen level has, it was kind of interesting. The doctor did decide to go ahead and start me taking a 1 milligram Arimidex per week as well. Again, very conservative dosage. My number is not excessively high, so that should bring it back to normal levels. We'll see though, because with the increase of testosterone cypionate, that should increase the level of aromatization into estrogen once it's in my bloodstream as well. So that number that number might not come down if the testosterone comes up significantly. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Again, we'll do another blood test here in a month and see where those numbers go. Other interesting things, they did do a lipid panel with this last blood test, so cholesterol numbers came back. The total cholesterol was actually pretty low as I've had it, as long as I can remember. My LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, was 101, which was slightly above the ratio they prefer at less than 100. Something interesting, something that I've never really had before, was the HDL, good cholesterol, was at 34. They typically want that for men to be above 39, so in the 40s is considered the best range. I've always been in the 40s, even when my other cholesterol numbers were bad, always been in the 40s. So likewise, my triglyceride level was way higher than I've ever had it before. It came back at a 236. Typically, this range specifies it should be below 150. So what does that tell me? To be honest, with my diet has been relatively clean, but there are a couple of things that I can definitely do to hopefully address that. I have been having more sugar in my diet. Not excessive amounts, but I typically don't have much of any sugar other than fruit. So I'm going to have to cut back on the treats, unfortunately. And then I have been having some like white potatoes and some very, very little, but some white bread. So I'm probably going to have to cut that out of the diet too. So go back to all whole grains, wheat breads, brown rice, sweet potatoes, which is not difficult for me. I actually really like all of those foods, so that's an easy adjustment to make. The doctor recommended something that I'd never heard of, red yeast rice. Apparently, it is an extract from rice that has been soaked, I guess, with red yeast, and it's kind of a ancient Chinese homeopathic remedy for cholesterol. I don't know how ancient it could be if they're measuring cholesterol with it, but it's something they recommend. The doctor wants me to try taking it and see what it does. I don't know if I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't find any data that really supported that it does anything significant for cholesterol levels. So I'll consider it, but I know in the past I've been able to bring my cholesterol back to healthy range simply by adjusting diet. I mean, some of the other factors that can bring your triglycerides up is obesity, which I'm clearly not. Excessive alcohol intake, which I have none of. I don't drink. And then, possibly like not enough omegas in your diet, omega-3 fatty acids. I do take an omega-3 supplement, fish oil, so I'll probably start taking a little bit more of that, up my dosage of that, and then try to just get in a little bit more fish. Actually just got back from the store, bought some tilapia, try to eat a little more tuna here and there, up my dosage of omega-3s, and probably eat more eggs. So I've kind of fallen off of eating eggs for some reason over the last couple of weeks, but anyhow, that's where we are right now. Again, the major adjustment is upping the dosage of testosterone to 140 milligrams per week, and then starting the Arimidex to hopefully control the estradiol level. Again, I haven't had really any estrogenic side effects that I've noticed. No significant water retention, no tenderness in the nipples, no feeling I'm growing breast tissue or anything like that. So I'm not overly concerned about it. I think it'll probably just come up. I think part of the reason why he wanted me to get on it is merely because we are upping the testosterone dosage, like I said before, and that will naturally increase the estrogen level. So anyways, again, that's where we are. 438 total testosterone, 10.1 free testosterone on my trough day. Keep track of this, and then when we get the blood panels run again in a month, we'll check on those again, and then we'll also be checking the cholesterol levels in 2 months. That's all I have for right now. Comment in the section below, ask any questions that you may have. You guys notice I respond to everything. I read all of the comments. You can also find me on Reddit at TRT brah. I'm very active on there. In the link below, you can also follow me on Twitter and like my Facebook page, because no one has. Anyways, that's it for now. Talk to you again real soon. Thanks.